Okay.
You guys like video games
Mm-hmm.
on
It's a video
occasion?
game.
Yeah? Well, what if I told you video games used to be good?
That doesn't sound like video games. That doesn't sound like them.
What if I told you there was once a game where a lady pushed blocks
And had big boobs.
and had large knockers, as they say
That
in the
doesn't sound like something
UK?
a lady can do.
And her
How would a
name
lady
was
do that?
Lara. Anyway, hey, what's up?
Didn't you say you were gonna leave, Gino?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
He started talking.
I started talking. Hello, it's me. Welcome to my video game.
Alright, now we can
Stream.
talk shit about Gino again. So, let's talk about how...
He intentionally drafted a bad deck so he wouldn't have to play Magic for more than 5 minutes.
Blueprints. What do you think he's going to say during a podcast?
He's going to say it's a bad card game.
You really think he's gonna zero in on the cards? And
Oh yeah, no, he's going to zero in on that game's
that's like
mechanics.
20% of, that's only like 20% of the game, even if he values that.
I mean, remember when we played Inscription?
It's like, I think the card-based combat would be better. It's like,
I think about when we played Inscription and he was very hung up on how Inscription was, the first part of Inscription is not actually a very good card game.
yeah, and I remember you and I both saying that's not the fucking point. The best part of the game because of the spooky atmosphere and also how it's parroting that style. Like, each environment is a parody of a specific style of card game.
That Velociraptor took too many shotgun shells to the face. I'm gonna
Only
close the
direct
door
shot.
because there are children outside! Children, I hate children. I'm the child catcher now.
Oh god, now that is a character that absolutely scared the shit out of me as a kid.
I mean, yeah,
The
they
child
catch
catch.
children.
But like the whole sequence in which he kidnaps the children.
I also would just like to say I am already at, I think, more saves in Tomb Raider 3 than I was in Tomb Raider 2. And I am halfway done with this game.
God, how many of our viewers, those of you out there, even know the child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
You ever hunt children for sport, love? There we go. But yeah, I think Gina's gonna hate blueprints. Because unlike me, he won't, like, get to room 46 and have a decent time. And be like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't... Because he's going to be like, no, I have to do everything. Because I can't let this game beat me. Because it's all what you see, it's about winning. In life, in Magic, in Interpersonal interaction. Speaking of magic. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Did you like the part where Randy Pitchford's like, guys, I did it for you. Borderlands 4 is only going to be $70. It's...
And then he lost his shit when people still gave him shit for being Randy Pitchford.
Yeah, because he's a grease man. He is a human made of grease. He is Randall Pitchford Esquire.
Still
The
loves
owner
magic.
of the Magic Castle in LA.
After he bought it, after multiple people on that thing caught doing the sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Yeah, his mentions on that tweet are fucking funny. It's just people lighting him the fuck up. It's like, you know, honestly, I would have respected you more if you just actually had followed through with the bullshit stink storm you made last time.
I can't believe you would fuck me like this. Yeah, those are spikes.
What a fucking tool, dude.
What a massive tool. Telling me Randy Pitchford's a massive tool? What? See, if I was Borgmaster, I'd be like, it's because he's from Texas. But no, I just think it's because he's Randy. Okay.
Oh, man.
Also, I had too much caffeine yesterday, and so I didn't fall asleep until like 3 in the morning.
Also have sad news in the world of Borderlands. Pre-orders for Borderlands Fan Fest are now closed.
Oh. What's your favorite part of Borderlands Fan Fest? Mine is the part where someone does a cosplay, and then
I mean, Borderlands cosplay is actually good.
I counter your assertion with all cosplay is. Is cosplay good, or are we as sinful humans bad?
No comment.
Ha! Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Take that, video game. I don't know if that was intended or not, but I did it this way. Okay, is it not open? Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to get up there. I need to knock down that Velociraptor corpse.
So once again, you've reached the part of this game where it falls apart for me, which is it's a little overcomplicated in the complexity of the switches and the platform.
I mean, I already solved this puzzle. I'm just...
No, I'm just saying you've
Yeah.
reached this environment is where I think this game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this game has a problem with...
It's too big. It's trying to do way too much with this engine. And
It's impressive.
yep. I would still say that 4 is still a good game. It's not until 5 that you start to get into
The real cry for help.
the cry for help games, but I would say 4 is still a overall good game. The interesting thing about 4 is at the time everyone complained about how it didn't really innovate a lot, which I was actually kind of okay with because it was less about them innovating and them trying to figure out how to reconcile the size issue that they had developed by tackling 2. How do we make these worlds bigger without being shitty? And admittedly, it doesn't completely solve the problem. In fact, it introduces new issues, but the fact that they had the wherewithal to recognize that, no, instead of innovating, we need to, like, remedy
Streamline.
things. Yeah, streamlining and remedy things was, at the very least, welcomed.
Oh, I see.
So go ahead and can you do me a favor? Could you switch back to the graphics because the glow from the lighter was so fucking shitty in that version? Yeah, look at that. Look at how much worse it is.
Yeah.
Now imagine trying to shoot those dinosaurs with that original lighting. You're actually doing exactly what most people did back in the day, which is just run out to the entrance and chase after you, so that you had a better idea of who they were. You can also do that. You can just leap across into the water and then snipe them. The AI is not great on those dinosaurs.
There is an achievement for luring them into a spike pit. It's fun. I got healing items for days. It followed me. Oh, an MP5. And little compies. Okay, did that do anything? Huh, very different lighting and color palette.
It was way worse than the original graphics. Also, yeah, I think I like the blue tone better than this red yellowish tone. In the original, but yeah, just look how much darker it is in the original game, and like how it's unreadable.
How you need to have flares out
problem.
constantly.
Yeah, it was a real problem because the game doesn't provide enough flares for you to be entirely covered.
I have like
Yeah, you could
60-something flares.
But let's say you get lost and you end up doing this, like this environment's gonna eat them, all of them. That said, man, that Ooga Booga level, huh? Ooga Booga followed by dinosaurs. It's a weird trajectory for this game, huh?
I mean, you know.
It is what it is.
Arthur Conan Doyle's Lost World, something, something, something.
A British person set forth a format that was maybe rooted in racism?
Imperialism and racism.
Imperialism.
Is there anywhere to put a key? Alright. Fine, video game.
Caller, go ahead.
Caller, go ahead.
Alright, so it says here that Arbitrary Water is an internet man with a broken sense of priorities who streams himself playing questionable, weird, and obscure video games. Also sometimes good ones. Where does Tomb Raider the Third fall into that categorization? Is Tomb Raider the Third questionable, weird, obscure, or sometimes good?
I would say this game is questionable.
Okay. So you are staying on brand.
Yeah.
That's the important
I mean,
part.
it's old also, which is the other secret fourth category.
You mean fifth category?
Sure.
I
I am an
secret,
intimate
like,
man,
no.
but also I'm an internet man.
You are an internet man, yes. Oh, so Uncharted stole the whole like old piece of military technology to perch on a cliff thing from this game.
Yep. See, so to give you perspective on my general feelings on Tomb Raider 3, even more so than Tomb Raider 2, we're playing a game called Time to Game Facts, which is
It's a good thing game reviewers didn't play this series past 2.
I mean, this still got like 8s.
Oh no! I mean, not. I mean, like the future game reviewers did not.
Oh yeah,
The
no,
game reviewers
no.
who reviewed Uncharted, except for maybe Dan Riker, did not play this series past
Well,
2.
Dan's like, I hate Tomb Raider. Controls.
Wait, but I thought he
not
was real
wrong.
big on Tomb Raider 1 because he was a pervy kid.
No, he didn't like Tomb Raider 1 because he hated the controls.
I mean, he's not wrong. The controls do take some getting used to.
Yeah, and as we all know, Dan Reichert, a man who is still scared of trying mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise is
Tried it-
weird.
He tried it. He tried it. He said he liked it.
But now it doesn't matter because he still refuses to eat it. Because
I mean,
he
it's not
forgot
good.
that he tried it and
Happens to
You're
everyone.
working
It's-
yourself into a work.
it's fucking Paul Reichert brain.
You're working yourself into it. You're working yourself into a shoot, brother.
No, it's
Don't
not
do
all
it.
fucking wrestle man. He's a fucking child. Just like you.
Wow, that's rude. So here I was, coming here prepared to yell at you about how you pronounce everything wrong. And then you're just playing the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot to change my stream category before I hit start because Gino seemingly intentionally spiked a Magic Draft. And because he's Gino, he only streams for like 5 minutes. So I had to quickly start my stream.
Oh, okay.
Because why would you ever do more than one thing on a stream?
Yeah, I don't see any reason why you would.
When, just one run of Monster Train, and
Yeah.
now just one draft game of Magic.
Yeah. People have busy lives. Gino is a busy man with many important things to do.
Yeah, well, guess what? I'm not a busy man with many important things to do.
I mean, someone has to stream to the Tomb Raider.
Tom Brady.
Oh no, you went there.
All right, here's my pitch for the audience at home. Is 80 for Brady bad enough to be a movie club thing?
No.
Because it's a bunch of
Bad,
80-year-old
that's
women being horny for a man who literally got hit in the head so many times playing football that he kept playing football and ruined his marriage to a supermodel.
It's probably not that hard to ruin your marriage to a supermodel.
I don't know. I'm not married to one. All she wanted was for him to stop playing football. And he's like, no, I gotta keep playing football.
But no, that movie's bad, but it's not like
It's not funny bad
Unwatchable.
enough.
no. Oh, because Tomlin's in that movie, right?
I mean, yeah, Lily Tomlin is a treasure.
Yeah, Lily Tomlin's in that movie. So it's not going to be like so bad, right?
It was very
but
funny as an adult
really
finding
is,
out
though.
that, like, Lily Tomlin was known for being, like, lesbian comedian woman with long storied career, and I'm just like, oh, she's Ms. Frizzle.
Yeah, no,
It's
everyone
like
finds out about
how
that at some point.
as a child I knew George Carlin because he was one of the narrators for Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh, he was. I
Yeah.
from Dogma.
Thomas said the 5 words you're not allowed to say on television. Yeah, no, it was Ringo Starr, then it was George Carlin, then it was Alec Baldwin.
Oh, fantastic lineup there.
Thomas was like, you're a stupid, ugly pig and you're fat. Oh, it's okay, because now he has his new family with his much younger wife.
Oh, what? Who?
Oh, you don't remember Alec Baldwin, like, calling his 13-year-old daughter, like, a fat pig in
No,
a voicemail?
I just remember that like he's in jail now.
No.
Oh, it was just a lawsuit, not criminal.
Yeah,
Right.
no, he was cleared of all charges with contempt because the cops mishandled evidence and withheld evidence.
As cops always do. Like, really, no one should go to prison because cops will mishandle everything.
But,
But you have to be rich enough for the lawyers to
gross
find out.
negligence.
Yeah, they're cops. Again, if everyone had the lawyers that Alec Baldwin could afford, no one would go to prison.
Yeah, but like literally, how many cases are dismissed with contempt because the popo wanted to nail a liberal movie star, quote unquote, so bad they withheld evidence on purpose.
Cops with all the evidence on purpose all the time.
Yeah, that's right, because they're all pigs and they're all fascists, blah, blah, blah. I know.
I mean, because they're
That's
not
right,
actual,
fellow Mao enjoyer.
They're not actually there for justice. They're there to.
They're there
maintain
to
order.
capitalist power. Come on, keep saying some more slogans.
I mean, I'm not the one saying slogans. I'm just saying that the whole point of cops is to beat people into submission.
I
It
mean,
always
we
has
know.
been.
I know that.
We're
Yeah.
supposed to be playing
Yeah, OJ.
a
Once
game
again,
with-
gross mishandling of evidence.
Again,
So, Tomb Raider.
if everyone could afford those lawyers, everyone would get off.
Tomb Raider.
We
shoot
should-
some fucking velociraptors.
We
in
should
the
kill
face
all
with
of the
a
rich people. Anyway,
What? No. God
Yeah,
damn
of course.
in
Yeah,
Minecraft.
exactly.
it. In
Oh
Minecraft.
yes, Minecraft parody redacted. Yes.
Author's note: I would never suggest
Would
violence.
never do such a thing. Would never romanticize music. Or one Mangione. Yeah, never.
No,
You should make
I
a-
always played as Mario.
Tomb Raider. Yes.
Jeff Bezos, I would never. Jeff Bezos, please do not put me in Prime jail.
I mean, that's just an Amazon fulfillment warehouse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an Amazon fulfillment warehouse. But the shipping ain't 2 days no more.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem with you leftists, TM.
With the woke mob.
With the woke
Actually, no.
mob is you care about
Leftists aren't
ideology and
terrible.
principles when it turns out that most people are just scared of people with brown skin and or care about egg price.
Well, I mean, why people are afraid of people with brown skin?
Game
People with brown
called
skin are
Tomb
afraid
Raider
of white
3.
people.
Anyway, Tomb Raider 3 is a video game developed by Core Design and released in 1999 by IDOS.
Was 99? Not
Yep.
98?
Yeah.
I thought it was a yearly franchise.
Yeah.
It might have been 98. You're right. Listen, if...
Yeah, so the one thing that leftists will never understand is that line go up forever.
Yeah.
And if only if only the woke mob understood that, then we could have a real country for once. Just like in Tomb Raider.
I just think America is so evil and so tainted and so unforgivable. We should just commit national seppuku.
So this woman's got big bazongers.
Yeah, but she's also rich, so when it comes time to eat the rich, someone's gonna have to eat her.
I mean,
And
we
not
can.
in
Here's my compromise.
I'm gonna
If
drop
we
that.
redistribute all the wealth,
Raiden, if you keep pushing this, I will go with the nuclear option and start giving you hentai reviews.
no, tell me about.
I mean, yeah, let's review some
what's
some
big
hentai.
with
Yeah, what's your favorite hentai right now?
what's big in the what's I'm not even going to start. I'm not going to name drop.
What, you're not gonna name drop hentai sites?
No.
I mean, there's the Iche.
I mean, listen, I'm an ecchi man, right? I'm just a regular pervert.
Oh,
And
okay.
then there's
You're
the
one of those
where they show
white friend perverts.
boobies with.
Yeah,
what is it?
I like breasts.
Kakushite Makina-san. That one just shows titties and nipples,
Finally.
uncensored.
Anyway,
the whole point of that
you'll-
show is that she's a
Uh
Uh-huh.
are you guys
boy
excited
who's
for the
like a
Donkey Kong
robot
Bonanza direct?
That there, Donkey Kong. See, if it was Donkey Kong's then it's like, yeah, man, 420 blaze it. Am I right?
Donkin Konga. Is
So
that
the whole
anything?
point of
Yeah, Donkey Konga.
Makina-san is
Donkin Konga. Dun, dun, dun.
So,
Guy's way
is that?
finds out and there's been a giant explosion, and she needs to teach him how to repair her
Oh,
body.
I heard about that. That's actually
that-
not porn though, because that's being shown for.
Yeah, but the
Like-
point is that they are on national television and they're showing nipple.
Oh, they're actually
Ooh.
showing the full Oh, okay, wow.
I mean, she's
I
a
didn't know that
robot, so they do show her lower region, but it's just blank. But
Yeah,
yeah,
like a Barbie doll. Yeah.
yeah. That is a plot point too. But yeah, the big talk is Makina-san's actually showing nipple on Japanese television.
For the first time since the early 90s.
Because guess
Wow.
what? In being super, censored stuff, you raised an entire generation of guys to be ashamed of the female.
Oh, gee, who would thought?
There's another one where it's a dark elf lady.
Oh, the Dark Elf Yagure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's they are also showing that show and showing nipple.
Yeah, Jeff Dio put out his hottest anime trash of the season, and he grouped both those shows together. So I just heard about them. They sound Well, the robot one sounds funny, at least.
Well, I probably didn't need to kill that T-Rex, but I dumped all of my MP5 ammo into it, and now I'm the king. See, I was supposed to run from one end to the other, like a chump,
Doesn't say just kill the T-Rex.
but instead I just dumped all of my ammo into that T-Rex.
Has someone gone and done an analysis of the Jurassic Park movies and to see like how much shorter they would be if they just shot the T-Rex?
Well, you see, in Jurassic World, the T-Rex teams up with the raptors to take down the new stupid dinosaur.
Oh yes, of course. But like, if you just shot the dinosaurs, like with guns, like how much shorter would those movies be?
Much shorter.
This is why Dino Crisis is better than Jurassic Park 3. Nah, it's
Guns.
I might see
Yeah.
this new Jurassic Park movie. The last
the
one was
Jurassic
terrible.
World 4. The last one was
There's a new Jurassic World movie coming out.
yeah, it
With
has
ScarJo.
what's her name in it? Yeah.
I gotta see it.
I
I've seen
don't.
enough- Yeah, I've seen enough of these to where I kind of want to see how bad it gets.
Yeah, they've
There
been
are-
downhill.
I like the first Jurassic World movie, the very first movie.
Oh, that movie is weirdly hateful in a lot of ways that I can't get behind it.
Like, oh, we made an amusement park with dinosaurs.
We made Jurassic Park, but for real, and then it goes wrong anyway, because no one ever learns anything.
There's enough weird misanthropic like little things in that movie that like kind of.
Oh, you mean like the
the
part where the
whole
babysitter just gets horrifically murdered by pterodactyls?
Well, no, it's like
Colin
pterodactyls
Trevorrow's
and,
a sociopath.
and then like chomped by that giant thing. Like she gets
Yeah.
like torn into pieces.
All right,
by
I'll be
multiple
back in a sec.
dinosaurs.
I need to check something.
And just like just randos dying horribly for like I guess this
Shock value?
sat for like not really shock value. Like it's supposed to be like a satisfactory moment almost
Why was
for
she
the
like
audience.
was she like a dick or something?
No, she's
Not
just
really.
a regular ass babysitter.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I'm
like
surprised I'm not hearing you say
there's other
that
deaths as
you
well.
loved it when the one person of color in the movie, the billionaire Hindu guy, gets eviscerated in a helicopter.
No,
In the
again,
helicopter.
like that movie
Hmm.
is just weirdly hateful. Like randomly, it's randomly and weirdly hateful in a way that I just don't want to.
And
It-
here's where I would say
it's-
this is what you signed up for. If you read the Jurassic Park books by Michael Crichton,
I mean,
that's
Crichton is
exactly
gonna
what
be.
those fucking books are like, where people just get like brutally murdered. Like, the fat guy's death in the book is so much worse in the very
Yeah,
first one.
yeah, I guess, but things
Like
like
he's describing in detail about how he's like weeping in sorrow as he's trying to put his guts back into his stomach after he gets acidified, like acid gets thrown on him. Like Michael Crichton loved to make people miserable in his books.
yeah, but at least with like Nedry, like Nedry did like what caused the whole thing to happen, so that's a comeuppance thing. So I can see why you could justify that in a story, but like complete randos, having that happen to them is excessive and like misanthropic in a way where like we're gonna find out some stuff about Trevorrow eventually, and it's gonna make sense when we do. Right, like just that's the way Jurassic World feels, and that's why I can't get behind it. Now the sequels are the second movie is extremely bad and extremely stupid in a way that I can ironically get behind.
I just assumed all of those movies were bad.
Yeah.
Sequels are
I saw
terrible.
Jurassic Park 3 in theaters. I knew there was no hope.
I like the one where it secretly is we're in a mansion full of fucking dinosaurs and we got to get out of this goddamn mansion. That
See,
movie is terrible.
The
but
movie's
it's
yeah,
funny.
that's the
It's
second one,
funny.
and that's like the third act of the second movie. And yeah, no, that's great. It's like yeah,
Like
let's
that entire sequence where it's like, oh shit, we're in a mansion full of dinosaurs.
it's hilarious.
Honestly, great idea. Horrible execution when you watch the movie, but great idea.
Again, like that movie is terrible in a way that I will get behind. Because like that one is actually funny. The third movie is just kind of
It's
like
unwatchable.
I mean, I watched it. There's like a couple there are a couple of good shots in that movie.
There's a lot of shockingly bad CG in that third movie.
Yeah, especially like the Malta sequence. I don't know why
Yeah, that
there even
entire
was a
Italy
Malta.
sequence where they're trying to
No,
like run
that,
away.
like I thought like Malta or Cyprus or something, somewhere in the
Oh yeah,
Mediterranean.
sure, but it's that whole like chase sequence where they're trying to run away from dinosaurs in the street just looks terrible.
Yeah, no, and like the weird sub villain there and like the auction, it's all weird in a way that doesn't work. Like once they actually get to the dinosaur land and they're in there with dinosaurs, it gets better. But
I
the
mean, they've
whole
never
rocket
really
plot,
made good on the whole like part of that first movie where it's like, oh, someone's trying to weaponize the dinosaurs, and then actually,
they keep trying with that because like the main bad guys in like 2 and 3 are all trying to weaponize dinosaurs.
but they
Right, so
never
it's like,
pulled the trigger and actually make that the focal point of a movie.
they just need to make Dino Crisis.
Yeah, fuck yeah. What if you made Dino Crisis the movie?
You
Yeah,
could. I mean, they made all those bad Resident Evil movies, so they can make a bad Dino Crisis movie.
or a great Dino Crisis movie,
No, they're
Jatsu.
not going to make a good one. You know that. You know that for a fact. You know they won't be able to make a good movie. Don't.
I didn't say good. I said great.
When are we gonna do a watch party of that Monster Hunter movie?
Oh no. Is that even like entertainingly bad or just boring bad? Because like they couldn't
No, I
afford
mean,
CG.
there's the racism thing.
Oh,
Huh.
okay. I didn't know about the racism thing.
It always sneaks up on you. Like Justin Trudeau and behind you in his late teens. Just like,
Yeah,
oh, look
yeah,
what I
no,
did.
yeah. I should never travel to Canada because I might accidentally encounter Justin Trudeau in blackface.
You never know.
You
Be
you
behind
never
you at any
know.
moment.
For those that don't know, the scene in question features the rapper Mick Jin uh saying, "Look at my knees." And he is an Asian person saying, "Look at my knees."
I don't get it.
The or when ZP says knees, replace that with
And
something else.
then the white male person that's in the scenes responds, "Chinese." Knees being the pun.
Oh, it actually says knees, and oh,
And then the rim shot happens.
So again, like the full scene, I'm watching it now. Look at my knees. What kind of knees are these? Chinese.
That just sounds like a very
They had
bad
to
dad.
remove the scene in China.
ha.
Really? Why? Does China not like puns? It's not it's not an especially good one.
The CCP was not amused.
They're never amused.
That's also just
I
really
should
lazy
point out
writing.
that the Asian character that does the pun is a Hong Konger, so that also might
Yeah, that's also it's.
I mean, and depending on who you ask, they consider that part of China anyways.
I mean he's a Hakka Chinese person.
Don't know what that means. All right.
That's from that region. That's like the ethnicity in Guangdong,
Mm,
which Hong Kong is off the coast of, and that's a lot of population are Hakka.
yeah. I mean, China's pretty big, so there's a lot of different regions, right?
Yes, there are a lot of regional ethnicities, especially around the edges. Uh, but yeah, so him, so like and a Western movie doing a joke that bad with a Hong Kong actor, yeah, CCPs probably didn't get the censors were not paid off enough to put up with that. Or maybe it was like a self-censoring, so they didn't have to deal with, having to pay off the censors.
Who knows?
Because most censorship is self-censorship when there's a threat of government.
Of it not being released, where they're like,
Censorship.
we think they're not going to like this, so we're just going to remove it.
Yeah, like let's just not have to deal with.
Like the two Star Wars sequels.
Heh.
And it's like, let's just remove this plot with this character that they're not going to like for reasons.
Yeah, because it's better to just not have the argument with the censors in the first place, because the censors might just, for international politics reasons, decide to just crack down on you and make you an examples, and you don't. And if you're a business, you don't want to be made an example of. So best to
Yeah,
just
it's
avoid.
weird how much like certain Hollywood studios have become, very reliant on the Chinese market.
Oh, well, not anymore, because China is becoming less open to American movies because their own film industry is developing at pace.
I mean, they've always had a pretty big film industry, from what I
Yeah,
understand. Right?
it was big, but in terms of like production sophistication, let's
Quality,
say.
Yeah.
you'd say?
Yeah, like just the production quality was never there, so there's always an audience for the big Western movies that had all the production values.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But the Chinese film industry is getting better about that every year, so they're starting to like throttle back on putting up with American movies.
Yeah, like you'll notice a lot of like random Chinese movies show up on Amazon Prime in Canada, where it's just like, here's this movie starring insert Hollywood actor here who's in it for like 10 minutes.
Now, see, that was like 10 years ago. They don't really do that much anymore, I don't think.
Now they still make a crap ton of Jackie Chan movies.
I mean, yeah, there's always Jackie Chan. Everyone likes Jackie Chan.
I
Except for
like most of his
Stallone, by the way.
movies up until what was it, like the Tuxedo? There was a few before that that weren't that great either.
Yeah, I mean, it happens to everyone.
Some high
I mean,
highs
no,
and some low lows.
I think that the last time they tried to shoehorn an American actor into a Chinese movie was The Great Wall with Matt Damon,
That
and
movie's terrible.
the movie is so bad.
We should maybe also think about a watch party for that, because that movie is fucking.
I'm back. Hello.
And like
What if we just watched Weekend at Bernie's?
Why would we watch a good movie?
We had
Yeah,
an
which
entire
one?
decade where every Hollywood movie had a scene where someone looked at the camera and said, "I love the CCP." I remember that. Remember when Iron Man 3 had a scene that was only in the Chinese version of the movie where Iron Man goes to China and talks about how much he loves China?
Well, yeah, Frank surgery, and then there's just like this weird medical drama with like these random Chinese doctors in the middle of the movie. Yeah.
And now China just makes movies about awesome, badass Chinese super soldiers shooting Americans.
That's only some of their movies. It's like not every American movie is Top Gun, right?
I mean, yeah, no, I understand. There are Chinese movies that are not blockbusters.
Like there are definitely like propaganda, like there's definitely propaganda and like nationalistic action movies. But that's movies no matter where you are.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
And them getting in on the fun isn't something I'm gonna really bat an eye at too much.
Yeah.
Because again,
but
Top Gun.
they're not taking our American propaganda.
Yes, no, it's not our propaganda, so therefore it is inherently evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, the Chinese movies I watched as part of the one international cinema class I took, I watched both of the Mandarin language films. on offer that semester.
Uh-huh.
They were both weird and, like, high concept in ways that I hated.
Wait, did you watch the fucking Wong Kar-wai movies?
Okay, so one of them was like, it's about this kind of shitty amusement park, and the girl is a performer there, and the guy is like a construction worker, and it's called like The World or something. And then the other one, and then they both die at the end. And then the other one I watched was translated over here as I Am Not Madame Bovary. And it's this movie about this woman who basically she keeps going to the government year after year to protest her divorce and wants to undivorce her divorce. And it's because...
These are like Hong Kong art movies or something?
No, it's not Hong Kong, it was mainland.
Oh. Well, watch more like dumb crowd-pleasing blockbusters from China.
Should I watch
movies.
The Mermaid? That's
Sure,
a Stephen Chow movie.
That's definitely Stephen Chow's weakest movie, one of his weakest movies. But there's like a couple of fun scenes.
I watched when I watched Shaolin Soccer and
I think it's good. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And Kung Fu Hustle.
And Kung Fu Hustle, it was like a good reminder of like, oh right, these movies just have like random intentional tonal whiplash.
Yeah, the tonal whiplash is definitely that it happens, but Stephen Chow especially likes having that. More so than others, let's say. As a director, Stephen Chow loves his tonal whiplash. He's like, oh, you think this is a comedy? Well, here's something horrible and fucked up. Just to remind you that the world is a place where bad things happen.
Don't I know it, bud?
Listen, not every Chinese movie has tonal whiplash like that.
Get your prize in the cave with the deadly funnel.
That's always a deadly funnel.
Are there even 40 years of Chinese video games that we've missed? I feel
No.
like you see stuff like Hong Kong 97, shit like that.
I mean, you know, I did play Prince of Chin yesterday.
I mean, there, like you.
When did that come out?
2002.
2002. Like, so you definitely go find Chinese and Hong Kong like knockoff Famicoms.
Yes.
And like knockoff games for the knockoff Famicoms from like the late 80s, early 90s.
And of course, Hong Kong 97.
Yes, of course. Everyone knows Hong Kong 97.
I mean, the best fighting game of all time is Dong Dong Never Die. So.
Yeah. They released a new version of Dong Dong Never Die like 2 years ago, and they put Corone in it.
VTubers are in that one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They put Corone in it.
Oh no.
Which is how you know that it's not, you know, it's not
still made by
CCP approved, because it's got a HoloLive in it. Because, you know, we're not allowed to have that.
Yeah, only Chinese VTubers are allowed in China. It's,
oh boy!
It's
oh
VTuber
goodness
protectionism.
gracious! You have no fucking idea what you're talking about, Borg. Holy shit! I
Yeah.
got triggered.
Oh, he's triggered.
There
We
was a whole
lost
thing.
Coco for fucking China. God damn it.
What does that mean?
Hold the trigger. I'm the trigger man.
Ah.
Anyway,
So how's Tomb Raider?
I'll trigger all of you snowflakes.
It's going all right, you know.
Alright, so long story short, there was a very popular, and she was one of the best at it, Kiryu Coco on HoloLive. She got a super chat in YouTube that basically says, really enjoying your streams from my hometown in Taiwan. And she's like, wow, Taiwan.
I wonder how many
would love
viewers
to
we
go to
have in Taiwan.
Yeah. She just says, man, I'd love to go to Taiwan or something like that. And I wonder how many viewers I have in Taiwan.
Oh yeah,
HoloLive
that
had just expanded into China and had a generation or two of Chinese VTubers. And the bullshit she proceeded to get for just simply saying the word Taiwan was endless. And it was so bad that it was later revealed that the Chinese VTubers were actually using the Weibo users to send harassment and cyberbullying her way, to the point that she had to retire. And HoloLive was so fucking pissed that they lost like one of their biggest talents at the time. They fired every single Chinese VTuber that they had on the spot.
It was also because to protect those Chinese VTubers.
No, they cut bait though.
But yeah. Anyway,
until this most recent fuck up, like that was the big black mark against HoloLive.
Wow. Losing
The LeBron James of VTubers, probably not a good look.
Wait, LeBron James was a VTuber? Man, what if LeBron James was a VTuber?
He probably
Would he
still
need
make
to
a ton
be?
of money.
I bet. Do you think Bronny's a fan of VTubers?
Probably.
Maybe,
Do you think he's like, Dad, look at this?
How many athletes wear like the Naruto headbands to games these days? Whether it's basketball players or fucking NFL players, like.
Oh yeah,
anime's
no.
cool.
I mean, I've been saying
Yeah, they're
it
like
forever,
it's like they're in their
forever.
20s or something.
I've been saying it forever. Like all these jocks who were born like after 1990 all watched anime growing up.
I mean,
so like shonen anime is just like the jock gym rat like thing.
Yeah, no, that checks out.
You could go to a gym and bond with gym guys by being like, yo man, My Hero
Goku.
Academia, am I right? And they're like, yeah.
I love
So go
Boku
watch
no
that
Hero Academia, man.
Yeah, I bet I would love to be in a gym where the jock insists on using the Japanese name, not the American name.
Yeah.
That probably happens.
Yo, man.
It's all about that Boku no Hero Academia.
Like, you joke.
Let me tell you about that Shingeki no Kyojin.
Yo,
Like-
let me tell you about Shokugeki no Soma, man. He makes food so good the ladies' clothes blow off.
But the thing is, no, it's shonen anime. They watch the shonen anime.
Listen, I mean, Food Wars is shonen anime.
Yeah, Food Wars
Okay.
is like, hey, look at these.
It's shonen anime, but it's also for perverts. But
Yeah,
don't worry,
it's-
the man's clothes also explode off when they taste good food.
I told you, Raiden. I think I actually have told you this.
Your mother watched Food Wars?
Yeah, she did not like it. But no, I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
say
mean, I can imagine why.
John Cena's favorite anime is Berserk.
Yeah. Listen, John Cena's a man of taste. He also likes Metroid.
Someone has to.
That is true.
Like, apparently he was very stoked to play Metroid Dread.
Yeah, there's a whole promotional video.
Yeah.
With that. Yeah.
And I think that's great. I think that's wonderful. Alright. We are officially at time to game facts.
So that's a decent amount. Like, you got pretty far.
Yeah.
This is better than last time's time to game facts.
Alright, let's see.
Not a true gamer.
It's true, I'm not. Alright, how many keys do I need in this level?
Are you surprised we haven't seen anything about that reboot era Tomb Raider? Tomb Raider's
No.
just dead.
No, because
I mean, the
I
trilogy
imagine Crystal D and the Embracer Group are in flux right
I mean,
now.
it was a trilogy, so if they do it again, it'll just be another reboot. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they'll finish these Tomb Raider remasters, and then we'll get another reboot before 2030, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying the worst things possible.
What?
Which means they're probably true. I mean, look, we have a lot of game news to talk about for your stream, Raiden. Like, a fucking ton. Where do we even start?
BioWare will not exist at the end of the year.
That's not true.
What's a BioWare?
No, BioWare, they're going to be allowed to make one more Mass Effect game before they fuck up. Because there are enough
like,
suits at
Schreier's
EA
report-
who are like...
Wait, no, sorry, I meant Bungie. Bungie's
Oh,
not
yeah.
gonna exist
Oh,
at the end of
Bungie
the year.
absolutely will not exist.
Oh,
this time
yeah,
next year.
man.
Right, Bungie, yeah, BioWare. Yeah, that's all bees to me.
Bungerware.
Yeah, Bungerware.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bungie's fucked, dude. Like, completely and totally.
Oh, yeah, no, they're... It's a real bummer that, like... It seems like the institutional rot was always there, right?
Or it's been there for a decade.
Yeah, it's been there since Destiny.
I think since
But
before
man-
that.
Oh, awesome!
I don't know, man. Like,
Time to turret sequence.
the fact of the matter is that they delayed Marathon, a game that has now no-showed, 2 Sony press conferences. And not only did they delay the game again, but they didn't give a release date.
I thought it was delayed indefinitely, which means that it's done.
Apparently that alpha was not well received.
No.
Like, I mean, just the way that I see it, all of that live service stuff that Jim Ryan did before leaving was a complete boondoggle. Just they dumped so much money into all of those projects, and
But
nothing
they
seems to need
keep
to
doing
back.
it!
Well, the thing is, like, they're gradually cutting and running from that. Like, they're slowly cutting and running from
Yeah.
that. So, I can see Marathon
After
never coming out.
after like completely gutting their single player studios that aren't named Naughty Dog or Sony Santa Monica.
Yeah.
And of course even Naughty Dog spent years working on a Last of Us multiplayer.
It's like I said earlier, it's almost as if Sony is capable of making like 3 types of video games. And they all take about 6 to And the game that they repeatedly want their studios to make, they can't seem to make. Which is live service games.
Okay, but hear me out. What if we had Crystal Dynamics make a live service Avengers game?
What if you had to make a live? Yeah. What if you? What if
Marvel's
they did
popular.
that? Yeah.
Also, we're Square
Telltale.
Enix.
God, that game.
Somewhere.
The thing is,
I have a copy of that
single
game
player,
still.
the single player campaign has merit in that game.
It does. The problem is that it has a failed live service model grafted onto it,
Yeah.
almost in a way that feels like after the fact.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a fine single player thing where that's like when they were just starting to make Miss Marvel a thing outside the comics, and you're like, oh, that's neat to see Kamala Khan.
Yep. And now I'm to understand they've ruined Kamala Khan in the comics by making her a mutant.
I mean, that's a weird and lame thing to do, but
But they also killed off Kamala Khan in Spider-Man, despite the fact that there's very little overlap between those two characters.
I think after the first
Almost none.
after the first couple years, they didn't know what to do with Kamala Khan anymore, so it's been downhill for a while.
She likes
It's not
to
like they
write fan
killed
fiction.
her like 2 years after. They killed her like on year like 10, I would say.
Yeah, no. After the first like 2 or 3 years from that character getting her series started, they ran out of ideas to do with her. So the quality started going down. So them killing her off doesn't surprise me. It's sad, but it doesn't surprise me.
Is well for you. Me fasting this day.
Uh-oh.
You make plenty good flesh pot.
You forget. I might be quite hungry myself. Famished, actually.
Ugh.
Why did your ancestors flee from Antarctica so suddenly?
Coma, bad place.
Oh, God. Oh, no! He looks even worse! With the old graphics!
Sixth leader, Maoki.
He's got a square head.
Out of face. Terrible storms. Men afraid. Run! Set curse of Maoki on the land. No one.
Somehow he can speak English.
But you still
It's
worship
fine. I wouldn't
White
worry about it.
fella later come here with magic Kuma stone.
It's like he was trapped in a tomb for like
We celebrate the death of him, the feast of smile.
one of Darwin's sailors. Poor fool. Where's the stone now?
Okay. Okay, so we did the Bungie news. Warner Brothers is gonna create.
It's splitting its gaming division into 4 important...
I'll be sure to point
Okay,
it out.
those 4 divisions are DC Universe, Set in the James
Sure.
Bond universe,
Harry
Mortal
Potter,
Kombat,
MK, and Game of
Harry
Thrones. So,
Potter, and
I have a
really
friend who
good
works at
branch
WB.
called Game of Thrones.
I have a friend who works at WB.
Yeah.
And his claim is that, apparently Harry Potter and Game of Thrones are mostly shared by one leadership division, and it's mostly Harry Potter focused.
Oh, word?
Oh,
word.
really?
The
You don't say.
franchise that has. an
You're telling
actual
me
game that
Hogwarts
Frank
Legacy, a
Martin-
game that, despite being hashtag canceled by the internet, has sold a Call of Duty's amount of copies, a Madden
We
amount of...
sold Call of Duty the year it came out, so yes. And
Because it
also-
turns out that white women also like things.
Yeah, turns
Sometimes.
out millions of white women.
No,
play
my
video
friend's
games.
at WB Montreal. Yeah, it turns out that there are millions of white women who still like Harry Potter.
Who would've known?
Nonetheless,
And they don't pay attention to social media.
Honestly,
Or
you shouldn't
they
pay
don't
attention to
care.
social
It's almost
media.
like social media has no power unless you're a right-wing insurrectionist.
okay, but nonetheless,
Nonetheless.
the idea that there's a part of WB's restructuring that really thinks that there's even like half of a division they could justify on fucking Game of Thrones.
Hey, man.
I mean,
there's so
how
many good Game of
how many
Thrones
mobile
games, probably
have they
all
made?
for mobile
Yeah, they're
phones
all
that
mobile.
we've never heard
What are
of.
these King of Thrones games that justifies an entire division almost?
Is there a Game of Thrones gacha where you can get where you can do a tin pull to get an SSR Jon Snow?
I'm sure there's a mobile game that none of us know about that has made like $30 million and costs $5 to maintain,
Almost certainly.
because that's how it go.
That's why we should start a gacha podcast. No, we shouldn't start a gacha podcast. We're completely drawn into.
I would rather.
What's in the
I would rather get
uh-huh.
a catheter shoved up my pee hole.
Unfortunate.
They do a podcast about
Then
gachas.
do a podcast about gacha.
In the Planescape setting, what's that Eternal War?
The Blood War.
It's the Blood War. Yeah, so the Gunnar War is like the Blood War.
Yeah.
We all
Except
have to
like
pick a different mobile Gunnar game.
Yeah,
Okay, got
it's the devils
Yeah.
and the demons, and then
but instead of like a supernatural faction, it's just a Korean political party you have to
Yeah.
side with.
Yeah, okay, let me tell you about my favorite, the Yugoloths, you see. So the Yugoloths are the mercenaries who play off both sides of the Blood War for their own nefarious ends.
So who would that? So which
That's
Gunnar
capitalism.
Gacha would that be? No, but which Gunnar Gacha would that be? Because like one half of the Gunnar Wars is definitely like the Hoyo games.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then are
Who's
the
the
other
other-
half just like openly porny gotcha games? Is that the other side,
Like-
or is it?
like there's like multiple factions. You have like what Nikkei in there.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm pulling names out of a hat. Arknight, Linda's
Yeah.
Company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want the actual Gunnar games that like show shocking? So it's like.
Well, the
Brown
thing is, like-
Dusk
like,
2,
the-
Last
like-
Origin. Those are the porny games.
Yeah,
They
the
don't
actual H gotchas. Like you don't really you gotta get patches from certain places.
So I was asked to research this by the Giant Bomb Discord, and the way that it
Mhm.
works is the slightly porny,
The
Gotcha
softcore
games.
stuff you can get on
the
the App
soft
Store.
core stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What I was
Uh-huh.
able, like in the case of like Last Origin, the most you'll see is Areole.
Oh, Blue Archive. That's a big
Blue
Gunnar
Archive.
game, isn't it?
Okay, Blue Archive is not porny. They have like suggestive outfits for
It's-
their characters.
It's not
Their
porny,
community.
but
Their community is
it's all
fucking
Gunnars.
Gooners.
Yeah.
The Blue Archive community are cursed, like absolutely cursed.
We are all cursed by God. You see, when God cursed Cain for killing his brother Abel,
When Cain
you know,
killed
some-
Raziel.
yeah.
But Blue Archive, the game itself, not like the most explicit or like on the edge
No.
one of those games. It's their community.
Cain was
Yeah,
cursed
and-
with the ability to goon.
And that's why in the unending Eternal Gunnar Wars, that's one of the major factions.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will likely win because they just the
they
force.
goon so much.
They gooned so much. You joke, but it's true.
I
I-
gooned so much it went too far.
I'm just not
unfeeling
horny enough.
Monstrosity at times.
I can't understand this mindset.
Just a mass goon off
fuck
between
have
the
I dropped
Genshin
in on?
players. And the Blue
Oh,
Archive.
hi, Justin.
Hi, Justin. We're talking about the Gooner Gotcha games. Do you have any experience?
No.
Justin, what's
Tell me
your
about
favorite?
Your favorite Gunnar gotcha game?
I just wanted to, because I've been holding on to a joke comparing the Blood Wars to the Gunnar Wars
Yeah.
for a while. I just wanted to make it somewhere.
Yeah, and just like in Planescape Torment, you know, one of us has been eternally forced to fight in the Gunnar War. So in order to do that, we sold our mortality. We shattered it away. And now we're an amnesiac
Thanks
who's
for spoiling
roaming-
Planescape Torment.
yeah.
Break.
Yeah, for all these
I've
chuckle
only
fucks
had-
in here.
Bullshit.
No
only had
one
25 games.
here's the thing. No one actually plays Planescape Torment. They just say they're going to play it, and then they
Yeah,
don't.
I'll play one day.
I played Planescape Torment.
I'll eventually
Well,
play
you
it.
two did because you're weird.
I
Yeah.
I played some of it. I didn't play any more of it because it has the worst Infinity Engine combat.
it's fine. Just turn the
You got
difficulty
yours.
down to casual.
That feels like giving up.
There's no such thing as. Listen, I have reached full fuck it status as far as you know, perhaps doing things to wizardry.
I mean, just all you have to do is write a check for $19.99, mail it to Surtech, and then wait 6 to 8 weeks for them to mail you their official guidebook.
Yeah, no, I have that. No, I mean like I have an authentic of the time app that auto rests all of my characters. So when I am in a situation where I don't want to keep resting and healing people up, because you do not recover hit points while resting in true like classic D&D fashion, I will just do that instead. Okay. What?
Look, I'm just saying, you can't be a true FromSoft fan without
Mr.
playing
Game
Wizardry
Factor,
4.
Raidin.
We're gonna play Wizardry 4. We're gonna play The Return of Wordna. And if any of us get past, like, the first or second floor, I will be very surprised. Because that game was hard for 80s grognards. It's not like me, a soft millennial, who, you know, let's just say woke up one morning and decided, you know, I like this game. There are also other things in my life I'd like to do. Back in the 90s, you had one video game. And that one video game, if it was Wizardry 7, you were set for years, months, days, hours.
Okay, but what if, Brayden, what if you did a highly successful multi-hour-long, multi-part docu-series on the Wizardry franchise on YouTube?
The problem with that is there's not, unlike Ultima, Wizardry very much stuck to its fundamentals.
So they're not.
So it wasn't a
so they're
different
not as
weird
long.
thing every time.
It is, yeah. Ultima is a different weird thing
Speaking
every
of-
game. Wizardry, the big shift in Wizardry is Wizardry 4. Like Wizardry 1 through 3, I believe you literally have to import a party from Wizardry. In the original Apple II version, you have to import a party from one game to the next. So you have to beat Wizardry in order to play Wizardry 2 and 3.
Of course.
Speaking of, Magillar put out his Underworld 2.
Yep. I know,
Oh,
I
we
saw.
Did
have not
K-Bash
seen
do
it.
another
Zeto
East
told me
video?
about it.
You see, all of these YouTubers are going insane and diving down rabbit holes of old game franchises, and Wizardry is right there for you.
Yeah.
to take.
But yeah, the thing with Wizardry is, yeah, it's like there's two eras. There's the Robert Woodhead era and there's the D.W. Bradley era. And Wizardry 8 technically is post Bradley, and was made by Ian Curry and Brenda Romero. Ian Curry was the creator of Jagged Alliance, which is a good video game.
Brenda Romero is the name that always pops up where I don't expect it.
Yep, no, Brenda Romero, yeah, when Brenda Romero was one of the leads on Wizardry 8. That's why if I ever met John Romero, I'd be like, listen, Doom's pretty good, but let me tell you.
But your wife did all the other games.
Your wife made the video game that I love.
Only the games they've made together were good.
Yeah, if only Empire of Sin wasn't bad.
They seem too busy being happy in Ireland.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, Romero's like streaming Dusk, and a bunch of other like streaming MyHouse.wad.
That and Doom: The Dark Ages.
And apparently his kid like goes to school and it's like, yeah, my dad made this video game called Doom. It's old.
Yeah, it caught his ass.
But yeah, the problem is the people who remember Wizardry are too old for YouTube, and they are all right-wing Gen Xers. Yeah,
that's not necessarily true.
I mean, they're Gen Xers, so like the insane conspiracy theorists. Well, see, not necessarily right-wing, but insane conspiracy theorists, Gen Xers, because they're all insane conspiracy theorists.
I just think that Wizardry's good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I think
just arbitrary water here with his hot takes. I
think the fundamental, like, I'll say this again. I think Wizardry 7 might be like kind of a brilliant video game. Like, there are a lot of very interesting design choices he makes, both in terms of like the mechanics of the game and the way you can multi-class. Basically over and over again if you want, because multiclassing is a great way to get a shitload of skill points or spell points, since you can level up faster, but, you know, you're not getting HP and stamina. And also, you get more attacks per round the higher level you are.
I just like comparing Wizardry and Ultima entry by entry, the way you can compare Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Just to be an asshole about it.
Yeah. Okay, but what about Might and Magic? Because that's an actual direct comparison that would work better. But here's the secret: is that Might and Magic, unlike Wizardry, you can still play Might and Magic games.
Yeah, that's why it's not a direct comparison.
Yeah.
Between Ultima and
because like Might and Magic 1 and 2 are definitely of that era, and Might and Magic 2 might be one of the earliest games with an auto map.
Oh, so it's for babies.
Yeah, so
I mean, it seems like Ultima traded like Grognard difficulty for like world simulations.
Yeah.
It's still Grognard, but a different kind of Grognard. It's like Ren Fair Grognard.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Like if you aren't dressing up and like role playing in a Ren Fair, then like you are in the right mindset for those later Ultima games.
Let me tell you about these virtues.
Yes. Tell us all about
How many virtues are there?
8.
There's 8. And then there's 8 anti-virtues.
Yeah.
Anti-virtues? What does that even mean?
You have to play Ultima 5. Or watch Madular's video on it.
Yeah, just watch Madular's now, like, what, 16-hour docu-series and counting on the Ultima franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the the spin-off Ultima games where you can go to Mars and be historical figures.
Those games suck.
What is he? Is he going to do Ultima Online? Has he said anything about that?
I hope
has
he
to. Got to,
does.
right?
I mean, Ultima Online still has servers, both like classic fan servers and official ones.
And I mean, he's covering Origin more generally because he talked a lot about Wing Commander.
Wing Commander.
So I'm just looking forward to him trying to explain. I keep blanking on the name.
Ultima Online.
Lord British.
No, I keep.
Remember when they
I keep
killed Lord
blanking.
British?
I keep blanking on his games. 'Cause they
Oh,
had
we get to
justified the
do
ultimate
whitewater
engine.
kayaking.
Request.
It's in
Anyway,
there
can't
somewhere.
wait,
The name's in there somewhere.
Okay.
can't wait till he loses his mind at Ultima 9.
Having played that game is wretched. It's not like Might and Magic 9, where I'm like, yeah, it's got ideas. Oh, you know, despite the part where it's half finished, it's not bad.
Crusader! Damn it! There it
Yeah,
is.
Crusader No Remorse, and Crusader
Yeah.
No...
Yeah, that,
No Mercy.
No
Yeah.
that
Mercy.
uses, yeah, I can see that. That uses the Ultima engine.
Yeah, that's the Ultimate 8 engine. So yeah, it'll be real fun seeing Magilar try to explain those games.
Yeah, he
Anyway.
might skip it.
I mean, again, he mentioned.
He'll probably talk about them
Yeah, talk about them,
a little
but
bit,
I mean,
but not make a video on them.
no. They'll be covered in whatever. I guess the Ultima Online one because they're between 8 and Online.
Speaking of, like, is Ultima 8? I know it's considered a flawed game. Is it generally considered a?
I
bad
think
one?
I think it people are more generous to 8 because
It's a misstep, right?
because
Like not
it's,
necessarily bad.
yeah,
but
it's an
misstep.
interesting misstep because it's trying to
Platforming that needed
Yeah.
to be tapped.
and if you did not play the patched version of that game, boy howdy, that seems
Bad time.
miserable.
But also Ultimate is where like like the engine they made for that is where the whole like isometric RPG thing, like that style.
Yeah.
That wasn't the
Okay,
first
right.
Ultimate that was isometric.
I mean,
like
well,
but
like the other ones
like
were
that
overhead,
kind of isometric.
or
Like the
you know,
isometric that you associate with like Fallout and Baldur's Gate, like that kind of isometric.
You mean the sort of diagonal look down instead
Yeah.
of the top down?
Yeah. Like isn't Ultimate 8 where like that came from?
Yeah, but it's the only one of those because Ultima 9 is full 3D.
Yeah, I mean they change the engine every Ultimate game. That's why things went badly for the Ultimate franchise. They kept trying to build a new engine with every game.
And also,
That's
it
not-
wasn't their big seller after a while.
No. 'Cause
and
it's
then
for
Wing
Ring Fair
Commander
nerds.
also stopped being their big seller, and Chris Roberts decided he wanted to be in Hollywood.
Chris Roberts also decided
Well,
Wanted to steal everyone's money.
the world's
Ryan
greatest
Davis-
Ponzi
Ryan-
scheme continues
yeah, Ryan
until
Davis
morale
put
improves.
it pretty on point during his Tang review of the movie, in that the rise and fall of Wing Commander.
Oh,
can
come on.
be entirely
Clip through the
pegged
door.
on- Like Chris Roberts gave you the best of Wing Commander, he also killed the fucking franchise.
It was the best of Chris Roberts. It was the worst of Chris Roberts.
Because his own like.
In case you're
ego
wondering, the
and
controls for this kayak aren't great.
his own ego like dooms that entire series.
Well, I have great news. He's a brilliant... No, listen, Chris is a genius. He's doing
has a
things that
roadmap
no
for
other
a
video game
roadmap.
has ever done. At a scale no one... Listen, just look at the playable... Look at the actual footage, man.
Has Star Citizen gotten into the NFT scan?
No, I
yeah.
mean...
It doesn't
those
need to.
spaceships basically are NFTs,
Yeah.
if you think about it. They were doing
Yeah,
it before
before
everyone
the-
else.
Yeah. They're
And
the
all
first
of
ones to do it.
those wealthy investment bankers and Saudi princes who apparently love, Wing Commander. How do I get out of this kayak? Help. help
you
me.
live in the kayak now.
I
Is it time to come crawling back to Senior Game?
no. Absolutely not. I'm going to... Look, I can kayak upriver if I have to. God damn it.
Yeah, you can.
Jesus Christ, I didn't think that would even work.
You can do that in real life.
Braden had to kayak upriver 2 miles both ways to get to school and back in the snow.
Yeah. See, yeah, the actual worst thing about playing Wizardry 7 is it has made me go, you know, I bet I could play Grimoire Heralds of the Winged Exemplar. Because that game has a functional auto map.
That's a problem for you.
And that's a problem for me.
Do you already own that?
Yeah, I do. It's frequently like $2 on GOG.
What is that guy doing with his life now? Is he still
I
building
don't know. I'm sure he's posting on the Codex about, like, the mixing of the races or whatever. Or, like, you know... Listen, dude's a fucking psycho nut job. He's also, like, that game is harmless. But it's basically a sequel to Wizardry 7.
Why not just play one of the Study Wizards in Japan? Why don't you get way into all the Japanese wizardries?
Because Japanese Wizardry is just... All Japanese Wizardry games are just trying to be Wizardry 5 again. Which is something I will talk about when we talk about D.W. Bradley!
Man, this Wizardry episode is going to be an hour of history and then half an hour of the game.
I don't know, I've gotten to Monk Harama. I'm in the dungeons below Monk Harama.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Yeah. And I need to do drugs or something in order to achieve enlightenment.
You got your Monk Harama right here.
How long is that game? It seems
Forever.
very long. And also, like, if I was not using a guide, it would be exponentially longer.
I'd say
It's
that
a
it's
500-hour game.
north of 100 hours if you were to play this.
If you were to play it without a guide, yeah, easily over 100 hours.
Yeah, basically you could either play Wizardry 7 or the entire Trails franchise.
I wouldn't go that far. I would not go that far. Listen, you Trails people. You Trails people. With your, Falcom, they make such great, intricate stories that definitely aren't anime because I like these ones.
Okay, when have I said that?
No, I mean in general.
Oh, okay. Relkin gets mad at me for not liking those games the right way.
Yeah,
I know.
You don't like them correctly.
And I'm also on other Discords where people there are also mad at me for not liking them the correct way.
How dare you?
So...
How dare you suggest that real-world politics and ideas might inform fictional politics and ideas?
No, man, I'm on another Discord with a person who is actually a fan of the Cold Steel games, and I've been threatened.
Yeah, no, listen, we love Reem.
Yeah, everyone loves.
No, but like, listen, there is a, let's say, a group of people who are like, no, listen, they're so deep and they're so intricate, and like, it's the best. They're the best JRPG stories of the last 20 years.
That's not saying.
And then like half of those people, they just mean Sky and maybe the Crossbell games.
Yeah.
And B, have Stockholm Syndrome.
Okay, so here's this thing. That's Sky duology. Those first two games would take together as a duology.
Yeah.
Probably one of the best JRPGs of all time.
Sure. I'd believe that.
So you would stick with those people on those two games.
What's
but
that?
also, have you considered that it's still anime?
Yeah. Oh, of course it's.
And the people,
of course.
No, but like, I think first off, it comes from like people having very low opinions of JRPGs, of anime, in a way that is like,
anime.
oh, you're so cute.
Well, no. I mean, the people with really low opinions of anime are all like singing the praises of Claire Obscur without playing.
Well, yeah, you know, the all of the game journalists who haven't played a full JRPG in like 20 years and think they're all Final Fantasy 5 or think all of them are Final Fantasy 4 or 7.
Persona.
Yeah, or
yeah,
Persona.
Listen, Final Fantasy 4 and Persona 4 are the two JRPGs. That's it.
There are no
That's the
other
genre.
JRPGs. No other JRPGs have ever come out. I haven't even played Metaphor. Maybe I'll love it. There's a non-zero chance I love it because I don't know.
Yeah, we should play Metaphor and then act like it's a game no one ever heard of.
We already did that joke though.
Yeah.
Well, look, if okay, let's say this. Think of an RPG that the main podcast might want to play. It probably is Metaphor, but like think of that because I think that M's not joking when she says she would play Lunar 1 or 2. And if
because we got her to play Dragon Song.
War, I tell you.
Do you not want? Why don't you want to play Lunar 1 or 2?
Because it's actually one of our podcast picks for the.
Yeah, Lunar 1 is on our short list of fan picks.
Yeah,
it's Rio's pick.
It's one of the fan picks. So we'll get to it eventually.
I think I might fucking hate this level. This kayak feels like ass.
I warned you. What if I told you that the vehicles don't get better over time?
This kayak is made out of ass.
Yeah, Falcom's absurd commitment to NPC dialogue. See, because there's so much dialogue, that means it's great storytelling.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
not.
A lot of the dialogue that I'm coming across in Lunar 1 is, I mean, maybe it's the modern translation, is actually pretty good. There's some jokes
I'm talking shit about Falcom right now.
In general.
The reason why the NPC dialogue is good because everyone's just living their own lives, and you get like short little windows
vignettes
into their own little lives. Well, it's not really vignettes because it's like, every chapter, like as time progresses in the story, you can go and see like they've moved location, they're doing something else, they have their own thing going on.
Yeah,
so
but
you have these dozens of little like mundane stories that like fill out the world and make it feel like a.
Okay, but hear me out. That triggers my anxiety because now I'm like, I need to go between every single fucking story beat and talk to every single NPC to see what stupid shit is happening in their lives.
All right. So
I mean, that's the part of it that people like.
There's only
but it makes me anxious because what if I miss something?
There's only one NPC in one game where there's an achievement for that, and that's the only time that you should like bother to like not just talk people on your way to things.
I'm going to guess who that is.
I mean, it's Anton.
I was gonna say
second chapter. Yeah, no. But Anton's saga in SC is so good.
Yeah, one day I'll get back to SC. Like, I don't know.
Definitely follow a guy.
I have a weekend that isn't completely taken.
I don't know how to get. It won't let me out of this kayak unless I'm in calm water.
No, Anton is a fan favorite because of SC. All of his other cameos in the rest of the series are pretty bad.
Will it let you get out of it if the water is pushing you up against something?
I think it will let me out of it when the water is calm.
Ooh, so be calm, pray, or meditate.
Censor yourself. Balance your chi.
I find any sort of exuberance and zeal for anything to be suspect.
Oh yeah, it's all cringe. That's why you shouldn't like.
Yeah, it's cringe. It is so cringe. It is not based at all.
What's that accent? You went between.
I'm a 22-year-old YouTuber who's talking about drama with Mr. Beast.
That's a French-Russian accent.
Yeah, that's French-Russian.
Frushian.
Strong bad?
Yeah, it's Frushian.
Frisian, yes.
Frisian is a different accent entirely.
Frushian.
Frisian is like a Dutch accent.
Oh.
The Dutchers.
Yeah, it's no.
All those mother Dutchers.
All those.
Oh,
yeah. So
Dutchanese.
So, chat, the Anton stuff in the Crossbow games are good cameos. The Anton cameos in the Cold Steel games, I feel like butcher the character, which is saying something because he's already a dumbass.
That's fine because I'm not going to play Cold Steel.
Coward.
No, coward.
I have seen Relkin play Cold Steel, and I have seen him go from a big fan of those games to
Yeah, now he hates all the Trails
fucking...
games, and yet he still considers himself a fan. I just think, you know, you gotta be like a sports fan. And you just need to be like, no, I love the Bulls, even though the Bulls are dog shit, always. Because the Bulls were good when I was 6. And I think we need to apply that logic to long-running video game franchises. God fucking damn it.
I mean, that's just Final Fantasy, really.
Raidin, you said that there were children near you, and there you go, drop.
It's fine. The door's closed. The children hear nothing.
We have heard you get yelled at by your own parents to stop swearing so much.
Anyway.
I mean,
that's not a lie.
I think Relkin needs to play the Calvard games, and I think Sparky is a coward for skipping Trails into Reverie.
Sparky doesn't have a lot of time to enjoy games with his eyes.
Yeah. I mean, I guess he probably
just skip Trails. I mean, the Cold Steel 3 and 4, and just go straight to all of the
Van Arkride.
Yeah, the Van Arkride, which those plots get more magical as the series go on. So I'm mildly concerned.
But they're gonna go to, I know this most recent one, which now they've finally caught up. They have caught up the Trails.
They'll catch up next year. They'll be caught up next year.
When does Trails into Space come out?
Next year.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the English name for that one? Trails. Oh, great.
But I think
it's on my mind now.
I think people should just be like me, and you either need to accept that the thing you love is dead, and that anything new coming out is an attempt to butcher a corpse, or you need to be like,
the Bears will go back to the Super Bowl in a year now.
Listen, the Bulls are going to get it next year, okay?
Well, let me tell you about the 1985 Chicago Bears.
The Bears are gonna make it. That's right, Patrick Klepek. The Bears are gonna make it this year.
No, they're not.
See, I appreciate Patrick Klepek because he is just the most normal man dad jock who somehow accidentally still covers video games.
And then he will do an entire podcast where he talks about how the Bears do nothing but make him miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful because, you know, Rob's a weirdo. Rob is a class of weirdo that too powerful even for me.
Where
Rob
get way into IndyCar and F1. That's a requirement to be a Rob Zachney.
And also, now he's a homeowner, which, dear Lord, save us all.
Remember when
Rob broke his fucking stove? You're going to let that man own property?
Well, at least now his dog won't be 3 feet away from him while he's podcasting.
See, I do like that his dog hates Greedo.
But his dog is a real big fan of Glup Shido.
Yeah. Which, listen, even my dogs don't pay attention to what's on the telly. So, yeah. But yeah, I just love how Patrick has embraced the identity of, like, I'm a dad, I don't have time to play games. And meanwhile, Vinny Caravella, father of two, is the the only person at Nextlander who finishes video games.
But he also sleeps 4 hours a day. I think that's what the trick is.
Listen, if you're woodworking, do you even need to?
Is that what he does in his spare time?
Caffeine is the world's most consumed stimulant for a reason.
I just think
coffee can do a lot. Coffee can do a lot for you.
I just.
Powers, right?
I mean, this is also. Now I'm just talking
Welcome
shit.
to the Tomb Raider zone, where we're talking about Patrick.
Oh, hello,
person.
hello, MG Power. Welcome to my stream. Hello, I'm Arbitrary Water. I'm a streamer, man. I stream a variety of video games, often questionable RPGs, of questionable, but also I've been playing through the original core design Tomb Raider games.
Yes, this game is either questionable, weird, obscure, or sometimes good. Those are the qualifications.
Yeah.
I mean, this game is sometimes good.
Yeah, this game is sometimes good, and sometimes it's Tomb Raider 3.
Yes, and sometimes we talk. Actually, I'm not gonna.
No.
I will.
Not in front of the raid. Not in front of the raid. We gotta trick them into thinking we're a normal streamer.
Not in front of the Raiders, please.
No, hello. I have
You're
normal
embarrassing
opinions.
me, Bob.
We definitely weren't talking about cannibalism last time I played Tomb Raider.
Were we?
Oh, right, that time. I mean,
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
I mean, just earlier we were talking about.
Things were said.
It's ZP's fault.
What the fuck? That wasn't just me.
I mean, no, that was Rogan's fault if I recall.
Yeah, and then there was the. Listen, Relkin had a rough day because some raccoon left entrails in his yard or something.
That's never fun.
But no, if you want the hottest takes on the Gooner Wars, you should.
Yeah,
watch.
the Gotcha Gooner Wars.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway,
Everyone knows about the Gotcha Gooner Wars. So many people died in the Gotcha Gooner
Yeah,
Wars.
no, it wasn't a good day. It seemed like it was not. It seemed like you were having a bad time, and then I was also tired. And there's a reason why maybe that stream did not get archived. All right. Thanks for raiding. Yeah, but yeah, I'm playing the core Tomb Raider games because I played the first one and it was.
You wanted to play the Claim classics.
Yeah, I wanted to play the classics, and you know what? Tomb Raider 1's pretty good. Tomb Raider 2 is a lot more ambitious and going for it in a way I respect. And then, there's also Tomb Raider 3.
This game's not the worst Tomb Raider game.
No. Don't worry, we have 3 more to get to before we get there.
Are you actually just going to play through all the Tomb Raider games at this point? Like, are you? Is this the sunk cost fallacy?
I've already gone this far.
Because I hate to break it to you, like the next one that you play in order, it's going to control a lot worse.
I don't agree with that. I think that 4, like I said, is where I think they start to realize that they need to stop adding in new mechanics and instead.
No, but it's going to have tank controls.
No, it's not. I have that collection.
Yeah, it's on the collection.
I have 4 through
so you
6.
don't need to play with tank controls.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
They did a collection of Last Revelation Chronicles and Angel of Darkness. That's how I'm gonna play it.
No, it's Angel of Darkness hasn't come out yet, right?
No, Angel of Darkness has come out.
Oh, it has?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a separate thing.
No.
Let me look at this.
Nope. Tomb
I didn't
Raider
even
4
know
through
this
6.
existed.
Where do those boulders keep coming from?
The Boulder Factory.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just above that hill is just
Just the
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate.
yeah, Boulder's Gate. Yeah.
You know, back in the day, you could have a Tomb Raider that raids tombs. These days, because of woke, it's a Tomb Raider. You just raid tombs.
I was gonna say it was Chris from Resident Evil just punching the boulders down the hill.
Yeah. I mean, that is true.
All right, we're back down to 15 viewers. We can talk about we can talk about Gooners.
You talk about sicko shit again?
Okay, apparently. What? Oh. I'm gonna take that.
This came out on Valentine's Day this year. They were like, "Happy Valentine's Day. Here's Tomb Raider." 4
Yeah,
through 6."
celebrate love.
Yeah.
Give your love the gift of Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Tomb Raider 4 through 6 remastered.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, those aren't the ones you want to go for, unless once again the sunk cost.
Not gonna lie, these Tomb Raider streams have not suggested N64 kids missed much. I'm not gonna lie.
They did, but it wasn't this.
They did, yeah, they did, but it was not Tomb Raider. And I say that with the caveat that I think Tomb Raider 1's pretty good. Like, I think Tomb Raider 1 is a lot more contained, and that benefits that game immensely.
You can play that game on the Saturn if you'd like.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
but
play it on the
but
Saturn
was
if you
this
could.
one of the things the N64 kids missed? I say this as an N64 child. Chat, if you were an N64 kid, like me,
Yeah.
just remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know. I'm of the increasing opinion that I'm not gonna go full Dan Riker and be like, the N64 is better than the PS1, or what?
Wait,
no, he says it's better than
he was
SNES.
a PS1 kid.
He says
Yeah.
it's
Well, Dan
better
Riker
than
was like
SNES.
weird because he said the 64 was better than the Super Nintendo, which is just him basically trying to like
Get a rise on people, but
get a rise on people, but still, the fact that anyone fell for it.
so the thing is, if you were an N64 kid, you did not learn whether love could bloom on a battlefield.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah,
true.
no, there
That's
there
one
are.
of the things you missed.
Listen, let me be clear. There are numerous PlayStation 1 games that are important all-timers. I'm just saying, I think I do agree with Lone Life, though, in the sense that this is not what you were missing.
Yeah,
This is
Like,
not
I was,
among the things you were missing.
Yeah, you were missing the good Ridge Racers. That's what you were missing.
yeah.
Well, it's okay
was
because
basically an
Ridge
N64
Ridge Racer 64 is on the Switch Online.
It is.
But I was basically
Yeah.
an N64 kid until high school, where I got my first job and I saved up and then purchased a PlayStation with my own money, and then bought Final Fantasy VII because it was like, hey, I like JRPGs. There's none of these on the N64.
There
This is
aren't.
bad. There wasn't a single
we covered
fucking one.
them. We covered all 4 of them.
No, but at the time there was
Yeah.
zero. There was literally zero.
Yeah.
Like I had.
Well, there
there
was
was
Quest
one, and I
64.
played it, and I wasn't very impressed.
I like Majora's Mask because I played the 3DS version of that game and I finally got it
Mm-hmm.
in a way
Oh,
that
they just added Ridge Racer 64.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Ridge Racer.
Is Ridge Racer 64 on that collection?
Yes, it's
The
on. It's
Nintendo's
on.
back?
It's in the N64.
The
Online.
Nintendo Online.
Yeah, the Switch Online.
Yeah, they just added it recently. It seems like.
Well, yeah, listen, we're not allowed to talk about liking things or not liking things.
I mean, I like Majora's Mask. I just don't like it as much as Ocarina of Time, and that's
Yeah.
just more so.
No,
like, I think
although
one is a
let me
tighter
say this: the people. Hey, guess what? Talking about liking things and like having common opinions about video games—that's a normal conversation topic.
Yeah, sometimes people can have those conversations, and sometimes you can't because they try to stab you in the face.
Yeah.
I was the person who was around for like when they were like, "No, man, PlayStation's like good," versus like the N64, and people were like, "Oh no, the N64 is for like babies." Blah blah blah. It's like I just.
That said, I know the people, the people who are like Majora's Mask is the best Zelda game. It's like, oh, so you don't like Zelda games? Because the things that make Majora's Mask great have very little to do with the quality of the Zelda-neering. The Zeldastry.
Yeah, but what is the Zeldastry nowadays?
I mean, now the Zeldastry is
open world.
Open world, systems driven,
and crafting.
And yeah, and you know, it's Breath of the Wild, and now it's Tears of the Kingdom, and even
now that you could actually play it at a frame rate that isn't terrible.
Okay, I just checked, and Ridge Racer 64 does not have Rotterdam Nation on the soundtrack, therefore this game's bullshit.
Do you think they had room for a soundtrack on the N64 version of Ridge Racer?
Yeah, there's like 8 songs on it. I mean, they're not CD quality audio. They're good songs.
Is it that weird like conversion thing that they did to make Resident Evil work?
I don't know, but
it sounds like it goes through like a coffee filter.
I mean, have you?
And none of that music is Rotterdam Nation.
I big fan of the N64 version of Tony Hawk 1 and 2, or Tony Hawk 1, 2, and 3 having the most compressed soundtracks you've ever heard in your life.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, no, that's recognizably just that song, but it's just the part where it's like, hey, don't forget the Joker!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, oddly enough, I think the only version of RE2 that I own is the N64.
I own R2 on the N64 and the GameCube. And I guess on GOG as well.
I definitely played it on the PlayStation, but it was more so like my friend loaned me the Claire disc,
yep.
And then I played and beat that, and then he didn't loan me the Leon disc, so...
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay,
I think the Stone Tower dungeon in Majora's Mask is genuinely like top tier Zelda dungeon. The last one in that game.
I'm a real big fan of the of that Gerudo Temple in Master Quest with the light puzzles. I like that one.
The great thing about Master Quest is that half the dungeons in that game are, like, neat and cool. And then the other half of the dungeons in that game feel like weird, bad ROM hacks.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a ROM hack.
Because it is a ROM hack. More or less.
I still think the Water Temple is less bullshit in that version. Even if it is longer and harder.
I see. I remember the Water Temple being better in Master Quest.
Yeah, I mean it's longer and harder, but it's better design.
And then meanwhile, the Fire Temple gives you the boss key almost immediately, and the Megaton Hammer, and so you don't have to do half the dungeon unless you want gold Skulltulas. Because...
Is there even a fight to the end of Majora's Mask if you have the Fierce Deity Mask? I thought you just like...
I mean, if you have the Fierce Deity Mask, you melt Majora into a pit. You win. And I say that as a compliment.
Did you just die?
That apparently was... You don't hate the water temple, you hate 20 FPS menus. I mean, yeah, let me tell you, the 3DS...
The entire N64 is 20 FPS menu.
The 3DS version makes water temple significantly more tolerable because you can just toggle the iron boots on and off.
Do you think they just don't want you going down this way?
No, I just didn't have enough health to take the fall. And I got an achievement for finishing this level in the kayak.
Nice.
I like how fucked up and gross that final boss in Majora's Mask is. But yeah, listen, I've only ever gotten the Fierce Deity Mask.
Speak of the devil. Guess what I got for free on GOG if anyone wants it? Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 Remastered.
That's right, that's on the Amazon Prime thing. You too you too at home can play Tomb Raider and go, yeah, these games are neat and historical. These games still have a lot of good ideas. Also, maybe, oh god. And then you run into a pit of spikes.
Yeah. That's why I try not to go into the spikes.
Alright, so I can report back that Ridge Racer 64 is just the levels from the first 3 Ridge Racer games, but with fucked up drifting, worse music, and
I mean,
that's really it. Like, this drifting's so fucking in this game.
Oh, we got more Ooga Booga Mans.
Is that Jutsu?
I was asking, what the heck is Dungeon of the Endless?
It is not to be confused with Endless Dungeon.
Ah, okay.
Which is a different game from the same studio. So, one of them, I don't remember which one's which, by the way. One of them is like a roguelike, vaguely tower defense-y, kinda... It's about knowing which rooms to open. The other one is like some sort of co-op, also run-based thingy. I don't know, man. Listen, I've said before that Endless Space and Endless Legend are games that I respect, but have never... People love Endless Legend in a way that I just have never quite managed to stick on, and I think part of that is because I think the combat in that game's bad. But, you know, maybe Endless Legend 2 is better. Sega sure did, Sega sure did, let Amplitude go independent again. In the same way they let Relic go independent again.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah. Because Sega's a company that makes good decisions.
Sometimes they do.
I mean, what is it? The Stranger Than Moonlight something Heaven? Stranger Than Heaven?
Stranger Than Heaven, yeah.
That game looks like fucking period piece.
Like not Yakuza.
Not
like
Yakuza game.
Yeah.
Oh.
Taking place during World War II.
But also taking place during the Meiji period.
Yeah, it's like a multi-time period.
It might be
thing.
some sort of... Perhaps it being that it's called Project Century, maybe it takes place over the 20th century.
I'm interested in seeing what it is.
I will be interested in an RGG game that is not blatantly a massive asset reuse.
The best kind of Ryogo
Ryu
Gato?
Gaku token.
Ryuga Gato? Whatever you call them.
Like a lad games, we call them.
The lad games. Yes.
Yeah.
For the
Art the
lads.
lad.
If only.
Oh. Anyways, anyone want Tomb Raider 1 to 3 remastered on GOG? Because I don't need this. I already got it.
I mean, I already own it.
Sure, send it to me. DM me on Discord.
Sure. I will copy this code.
But
You
yeah,
should make the main pod do Angel of Darkness as a Patreon incentive.
see,
I
the
gave
problem
it
is, like,
They're all babies?
they're all babies, except for M, who is harder than any of us.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, the problem is Gino's like, what if we did obvious pick?
Right,
And,
so,
you know, at some point they'll probably end up doing Gollum, and you know what? Glad I'm not the one doing Gollum.
They should just do Balan Wonderworld because you could get that for free on like PlayStation or something, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Alright.
that'll do what you get. Oh, ZP, to inform you, unilaterally added a game to the Patreon incentive tiers.
Uh-huh.
We're off the deep end.
Yeah.
Is ZP here?
You're the host.
Leave.
You're the host of this podcast, so obviously you're the one who gets to do it.
Hey, I was given access to the spreadsheet.
I don't. Yeah, I think the thing with Angel of Darkness is you need context, and let's be real here. I'm a slut for historical context.
Is that the sentence you want to go with?
Yes. I'm tired. I don't know if you know this. I'm running on about 4 hours of sleep. I was woken up this morning by my mom being like, hey, you want to go to the zoo with the children? And then Remy jumping on my bed and licking my face. Because she loves me. But yeah, like I think with something like Tomb Raider: Angel of Darkness, you need fan context, and you need also, in a larger sense, you need industry context. Oh,
Is Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness an RPG that I wasn't aware of?
I mean, it does technically
No,
have
for the main
leveling
pod.
up, although in the original version of the game, it's actually a lie, and her stats will always increase at preset points. And I think they might have changed that in this updated re-release. Ugh. Hey Chris, you wanna
What?
play Wizard of Oz?
Oh, you really that done?
I would like to eat some soup.
What
All
time
right,
is
give
it?
me
About
about
9.
6 minutes. I can set
I
something
mean,
up.
I can go and I can go short because it's Saturn games that I've streamed for the PlayStation before.
Ooh,
Okay.
Saturday.
Okay.
Saturn, you say.
Give me like 2 minutes to finish this Ridge
Alright.
Racer 64 race. And they made these easier. They made these races easier because the N64 is for babies.
As an N64 owner, I can confirm that
That's still there.
yeah, with Sega, Sega.
Also, this is still here.
Yeah, it has to stay there.
Teens love Make Believe Reborn. No such thing as an Dun, dun. Oh, Date Everything is out. Who wants to give me $30 to buy Date Everything?
I don't even know what that is.
Let's talk offline.
Hey, no, Yatsu, what do you think Date Everything is?
I imagine some sort of dating sim.
Yes.
You're
What if it was a
partly
dating
there.
sim where every random object in your house was actually a hot person you could date? And they're all
seems
voiced
like too
by
much work.
different voice actors. And what if you got the expensive edition and one of the dateable objects was the concept of microtransactions named Michael Transaction?
That's a good pun.
That's a giant bomb pun, I believe.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I that was... I remember hearing that during a Giant Bomb podcast.
Which era of Giant Bomb?
This would have been, I think, 2012.
Oh, huh. I don't remember that. I guess it was a throwaway joke.
Yeah, it was a throwaway joke, but it's one of those jokes that stuck with me. All right. Let me know when you're ready to go.
I've won this race. It's a good thing I have OBS loaded up already.
Obs.
Saving this to my N64 cartridge. That's just the Switch. Yeah, man, they made all these races easier. As someone who's played a Ridge Racer cabinet in real life, it's for babies.
It is.
All right, so where do I put OBS? OBS is right there. Where's my Saturn controller? There's my Saturn controller. Let's get it plugged and synced. Have to do a soft reset every time on the Saturn controller. Where's retro? I mean, where's my Saturn? There's my Saturn. Where's the volume
You
settings?
see the post, or did you hear about the guy who was trying to jailbreak their Switch 2 and Nintendo locked their account?
Yeah, that sounds like something Nintendo would do.
I mean,
maybe don't be public about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just don't post.
Like, if you're gonna jailbreak the Switch,
don't post.
Don't
post
post
about it.
If you're going to make a Chrono Trigger fan game, don't post.
They didn't post about it until after. They only posted to share that, yeah, they locked my online account.